I'm going through a divorce.
What happened with that?
Basically, my husband stopped meeting my expectations.
Discernment is a skill every man must learn as quickly as possible. The ability to just look at a woman and from an initial glance tell that she is absolutely the wrong woman to pair up with. Fake hair, fake lashes, hoop earrings, a fupa. This is the kind of woman that you steer as far away from as you can.
So when I met him, when I met my husband, I told him what I expect from a man. The number one rule with being with me is you have to provide. I won't settle for anything less.
It's far more often than not that women say silly things just to hear themselves talk. But every now and again, guys, you need to be mindful of what you're hearing a woman say. If at the beginning of your interaction, the first things out of her mouth are finance, pay for, buy me, take me, things of that nature, things in that realm, you need to understand you're dealing with a full-blown chicken head. And chicken heads love to peck on the ground for crumbs, and everything they do will be geared towards and focused on extraction. No giving of any kind whatsoever. Only extraction of resources from you to them. Run, not walk from these kind of women, guys, because the only thing they have to offer is heartache, pain, and leaving your life in ruins before she's done. Don't let it be you, guys.
So my husband ended up losing his job.
He had a job?
Yeah,
where he worked at?
He had a job. He was a manager at a warehouse.
Put the mic in so these people can hear you. He was a manager at a warehouse?
Mm-hmm. He was a manager at a warehouse.
Okay.
So he ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by, and he looked for me to pay the bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills, and he told me no. He felt like he shouldn't have to do that. What do you mean? When I told you, as a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills as long as I got a husband. None.
There's an old expression with friends like these, who needs enemies? And I would imagine this goes double for a spouse. Imagine someone living in your house who has told you up front that they're entirely useless. But for whatever reason, you still go for it. You still marry this bitch for no other reason than you just want to get laid. And she tells you that any contribution to the household bills, because she's using the water, the electricity, she's using everything in there that you're using, but she won't ever bring any of her resources to bear to cover the cost of your daily living expenses. She's telling you the only thing you're good for is financing her lifestyle while she gets to live off of your hard work and sweat equity. Guys, women like this belong on the street, never under your protection and under your provision. Stay away from these kind of women, guys, because they bring nothing except their used up vag to the table. You can do bad all by yourself. Isn't that what they say? Nah, bro. This is the worst thing you can ever have is a woman by your side who is prepared to abandon you at your lowest and in your time of need.
If you can hear.
He probably happy you gone, though.
I'm sure he missed me.
A headache? That would be a headache for me. Like, I know I just lost my job. What if he lied? You know, niggas do that. Like, I just lost my job, baby, to test. What is he doing now?
That's childish. Like, what you testing me for? That's childish.
I'm saying to see what I got. Now I see what I got.
There's a meme out there. You guys have probably seen it. It says, if you want to find out what kind of woman you have, tell her you lost your job and watch how she treats you for the next 14 days. There's some truth to that, unfortunately, way more often than there isn't. But testing a woman after you've already signed government contracts, after you've already paid several thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars on jewelry, and you've moved her into your house, and you brought her underneath of your protection and your provision, that's way too late to be testing her in that regard. A test like that should have gone down way before an engagement ring was ever purchased. But now you're stuck because you signed your name with the government. And for a chicken head like this, the only thing she's good for and the only thing she's good at is resource acquisition and consumption. They give nothing. Certainly not remorse. Certainly not any empathy. Certainly no compassion. Only thing she wants is what she wants. Your needs and your concerns be damned. You cannot let yourself be in a position like this, guys. Please learn the valuable life lessons this guy's stupid decisions are going to help teach us today.
If you asked me to be your wife, you knew what you had.
Nah, I ain't thinking I goddamn lose my job from the warehouse and they gonna do that.
I mean, but you knew what it was.
So,
like you knew what it was. I told you who I want from the beginning, and you still asked me to be your wife.
oh, you told him that if he loses his job, you gonna throw that?
I didn't tell him that, but I told him you are to provide, and I told him, baby, your money is my money, and my money is my money. And so he didn't have any more money, and that was a problem for me.
Guys, if you're ever dealing with a creature like this, and it says to you that your money is her money, and that her money is her money, that's your cue to get the fuck up from the table. Right then and there. Pay the waitress, pay the waiter for whatever you got on that table, leave. No doggy bag, no explanation given. Get the fuck up, get in your car, drive off, block, delete. Get the hell out of there, because this right here is crazy, bro. The fact that he heard her say that goofy bullshit and proceeded to go forward all the way to a marriage is preposterous to me. Where's this guy's guidance? Where's this guy's male role models? Does he have any friends, family? Does he have any male coworkers he trusts and likes?
I'm saying then, what happened? How you telling him to go?
I mean, so he has a friend. I mean, I did think the friend was attractive.
Hold up. I'm saying, what did you tell him? Like, when was the last conversation of the you two broke gone?
So I told him that the last conversation was when he told me he was not going to pay me back if I paid the bills. So at that point, I told him I can't do this no more. I can't be with no broke man. I can't be with no man that expect me to touch bills. I don't even want to know bills exist.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
This cold world we living in.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
So not only is she a useless gold digger, but she's also an adulteress. And she did it with one of his friends too, just to twist the knife a little deeper and then break the handle off, leaving the blade in the body. This is... wow, man.
So your new dude, he paying the bill?
Mm-hmm. Of course, I get everything I want.
So do you believe that he believed that you solid if you saying shit like that? So he go broke. He know what it is.
He know not to go broke.
Damn.
What? What the fuck?
So niggas only worth it.
I mean, what can you do for me if you don't have money? How can a man lead if he don't have money? You can't lead me and you don't have no money? What you gonna lead me to? Homelessness? Like,
that's fucked up, man.
Like, where are we going?
You playing?
I'm serious.
That's cold. So you think, buddy? So you think y'all committed? Like, what y'all doing? He just tricking. Is he tricking?
That is my man.
He tricking though.
I mean, you could call it what you want to call it.
Cause he, you know what I'm saying? Like that's your John.
Whatever you want to call it, you can call it Simp. I don't care what you call it. Because he dishing out.
It can't be like committed. Like he can't be serious. He can't take this serious. And I'm no offense, but I'm just saying. If you saying that if I met you and you said you go broke, I just let my last nigga in 30 days, you go broke, it's the same thing. Basically, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
With a straight face.
With a straight face, don't go broke.
Damn. So while I got the money, how am I being treated by you?
I mean, you're going to get treated with respect. I mean, I have a little attitudes here and there, whatever, but I'm going to treat you good. I don't know how to cook. Oh, and another thing, baby, I don't put my mouth in private areas either. So you're not getting that from
no
me.
Dick.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So this raggedy chicken head gutter rat, not only can she not cook, but you can't get no head either. What the fuck are you? What are you even good for?
Do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So he ain't like your husband.
I ain't gonna embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen an opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids. He was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it. For one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
If you let a bird brain cluck for long enough in an environment where she feels comfortable, she'll tell you the ugly truth on screen. And you guys should screenshot this for your single friends who don't have kids yet. Good guys are boring for us when we are still fresh. They're not entertaining and mentally challenging. They can't be themselves, always trying to impress us while we want real men. Good guys are only good to be stepfathers after the hoe phase, after tiredness of running with the guys who make us wet. Good guys are for stability after the prime of a woman. That is why we can manipulate them, saying good men raise another man's kids. This is what they really think of you guys who don't have kids, who will take on another man's fuck trophies.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a nigga supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care of me and my kids.
So, like you automatically get these responsibilities?
Yes.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, that's about the odds.
Probably about 4 of them.
That's about the odds. All right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's so that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching, it's just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, a nigga that's, so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Now the clip unfortunately cuts there, but you can presume that she said you have to find a guy who's not used to dating a bad biatch. Effectively. I'm trying to watch myself because YouTube's watching me. Guys, the arrogance and the audacity knows no bounds. See, this right here, this creature, this subhuman monstrosity on my screen is the real apex predator, guys. Forget Tyrannosaurus Rex and great white sharks and polar bears, lions and tigers. No. This right here is the true hunter of men. This right here, things like this have caused more men to wrap nooses around their necks and put loaded guns in their mouths because of what is left over after they're finished. Because things like this enter a man's life having no business being there. And they consume like the locusts they are. They destroy everything. Take a man's will to live away in some cases. Take all his money and then off to the next. The first sign of struggle, the first sign of trouble, they're out the door. Guys, she said out of her own mouth, they see any man who has no children of his own who would step into the role of a stepfather as a straight up sucker. It's a fool's game and it's a sucker born every minute. 30, 40, 50, 80, 1,000 years ago, not so much. But we don't live 1,000 years ago. We live right here and right now. Guys, you better be smart out here. You better watch your asses out here. Because if you meet a woman and she tells you, maybe you can give a widow a pass. Maybe that's a loophole. Her husband passed away. Okay, maybe that's a lane you can probably go down if you must. But I tell you what, man, I'm disgusted by this creature. I'm disgusted because even though its transparency was very illuminating, seriously, a teachable moment, every word that came out of its mouth. But that husband, he's just as culpable here. I can't let him off the hook because he knew what he was walking into. And because of his scarcity mindset, because he did not understand his own value, he walked into this and now he's going to get divorced and bent over with no lubrication and taken for a ride in that courthouse. Because again, something like this chick on my screen has no compassion for suckers. She has no compassion for those whom they defraud. She didn't mean one word that she said to this guy at the altar. And now it's pay time. Once the judges get involved, them pockets are getting cleaned out. And he will be reamed in that courtroom. And he deserves it. The guy she's with right now, who saw this happen, his so-called friend, I can't wait for history to repeat itself because that's the only thing it's good at. Oh my God, man. Shout out to the host of the show, though. He tried to push back a little bit, but he couldn't do it too much. Obviously, she probably left the scene and got up off the set and walked out and ran away because there had been too much accountability for one sitting. But, you know, he did try to push back on some of the foolishness she said, at least a little bit. So I give him half credit. Guys, if you can't leave the country because you got priors or because you got overdue child support or whatever the case may be legally, it will prevent you from getting your passport, or if it's just on hella back order, guys, get on a plane, get on a boat, get the hell out of here, because it's becoming apparent that this is all you got to pick from, statistically speaking. That is, man, that's all I got for today, fellas. It's my time. Like the video, comment down below, share with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.